2021. What a weird year. There were many ups and many downs. You know what is weird to me though? There were more downs than I was expecting. And it almost felt harder to get through this year than the last. Last year I spoke about how the world changed and how YouTube got me through it all. I guess that all those crazy things have become so normal to me that I'm going to sit here and talk about what's happened to me. Starting the year off with a lockdown and doing university online virtually destroyed me. Every bit of hope about the year just seeped out of me. Luckily that began to change. Once the lockdown was lifted, smiles began to creep on everyone's faces again, so we could share happy memories together. The many house parties kept us entertained throughout the year. I got to exam time though, and I struggled again. I realised that I hadn't actually done enough work and feeling lucky to get into second year. This became a huge wake-up call for me for university. Unfortunately, my wake-up call for YouTube took a bit longer. Euro 2020, or should I say Euro 2021, feels like a distant memory. Like an out-of-body experience. Looking back at it now, none of it felt real. Match after match of chanting, excitement and joy spread through the country and spread through me. For someone that had become so pessimistic, the Euros was like hope. And I hadn't felt that in a while. We eventually lost in the final, but yet I found myself smiling because I got to experience something magical. I knew that that was something I had to soak in because I'd never forget it for the rest of my life. However, the end of the Euros marked the start of me coming home for the summer. And all I could think about was how alone I'd feel. And I did. I lost contact with the majority of my friends at home and having no one. I did manage to reconnect with one, which I am ever so grateful for, as she's now one of my closest friends. I also had NCS, which helped me. You're meant to do the job to help the teenagers doing it, but instead I found it helping me. It helped me realise that I had to go back to my home in Sheffield, because if I was going to be alone, I wanted it to be by choice. The problem is, I didn't help myself enough for when uni began. And once I could see everyone again, I wasn't okay. I guess that seemed to be the theme of this year. Every time I felt like I was progressing and getting happy, something would come and tear my walls down and make me vulnerable again. So when the world around me was moving, I felt still. Multiple months went by without me doing anything of note. To me, it all became a blur. And to be honest, I wasn't sure if I'd see the year out. There was a moment where I had to make a big decision. And I chose to take 10 steps forward and throw everything I had at my work and my life. My uni work, my YouTube, and I even made sure I worked on myself. I made a conscious effort to improve every aspect of myself that I was growing to hate. I began producing my best uni work, my YouTube began to look and sound less amateur, making me stand out better than ever. And finally, I branched out to others. I had more friendship circles and people to surround myself with. And I learned to control my feelings and even talk about them openly to people I couldn't before. And most importantly of all, I learned to love myself again. I was told if you can't love yourself, you can love no one else. And I believe in parts that is true. I've learned to appreciate so much more about myself, my life, and the people around me. See, although this year was hard for me, and I didn't progress the way I wanted to, or expected to, the way I ended up growing was more valuable. I grew where I didn't know I had to at the most vital time. So, yeah, I am thankful. Thankful I can sit here and talk about everything that has been happening in my head this past year without hating it and without anger. I can sit here knowing that I leave 2021 a better and more healthy person. So 2021, you have taught me to accept and love myself like I never have. And for that, I say thank you.